volví a perder. Buena suerte, corazón.
It's Wacky Wednesday con el Bumper.
Unfiltered, the real deal. No pre-planning, no chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own.
It's Wacky Wednesday con el Bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
I'll go. Yeah. See, Jerry, you're trying to get me in trouble, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, live from the studio here in San Antonio, Texas. And let me tell you, the studio is full. It's full in front of the cameras. It's full behind the cameras. So everybody watching, if this is your very first time watching Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, welcome to one of the best Tejano podcasts that we have in the industry. Award-winning. We've won some awards. But Bumper's Wacky Wednesday is here for one reason, and that's to keep our cultura relevant, to keep our music relevant, whether it's Tejano, Conjunto, Texas country. We're here for it all. But before we start the show, and if this is your first time watching, we ask you only to do one thing. The show is absolutely free. All we ask you to do, whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you're watching on Facebook, is please share the feed. If you could share the feed, you would do me a favor. You would do my guest a favor. And who knows, you can make somebody's night who's, bored in bed doing nothing, and they come across this podcast, and we got some new fans, all because of you, because you shared the feed. And before we start tonight's show, I want to give some thank yous. I had a long, productive Tejano weekend. If you don't follow me on my personal page, Bumper Gomez on Facebook, this weekend, I was treated to it was work. I got to go to Chicago, Illinois, which, man, Jerry, we're going to talk, but I don't know how you guys do it about the traveling. The traveling thing is not for me, man. Like, it's not. I literally flew out here Saturday morning. I flew out early Saturday, got to Chicago. I met up with my good friend, You guys know him as Esteban Perales, but I call him Stevie, right? Midwest Conjunto Promotions hosted myself, hosted our good friend Santiago Garza y La Naturaleza out there in Chicago. Treated me, I mean, this guy took care of me from the time that I landed until I left. So I got there Saturday morning, did the show, I went to the hotel, got ready, went to the event, did the event. They even made menudo afterwards, Bato, and they jammed out afterwards. And then I went back to the hotel, and I was like, my flight didn't leave till 11 p.m. Sunday. And we're talking, I got back to the hotel, it was like 3:30 in the morning. And I said, you know what? I'm going to see if there's an early flight. And there was a flight at 6 a.m. that had 100 extra seats. Wow. So I said, hey, let me try it. Well, I didn't have a ride, dude. And the great thing about Bumpers Wacky Wins is I've made friends all over the United States. And I want to give a big, big thank you, just a huge abrazo to Desi Betancourt, to her husband, Bubba. Man, they were outside. I said, hey, can you guys give me a ride to the airport? They're like, go get your shit. Let's go. So I went and got my shit, and they took me to the airport. So I want to thank them. And I was already back in San Antonio by Sunday morning to spend the day with my family. So I want to give a shout out to Midwest Conjunto Promotions for keeping Conjunto alive in the Chicago area, put on an amazing, amazing event. And all the fans of Tejano and Conjunto music in the Midwest, you guys are amazing, man. You guys are amazing. That was the third time I made it this year alone in 2024 to the Midwest to support Tejano and Conjunto music. So for those of you who say that Bumper's not out there doing what I'm supposed to be doing for the industry, you got it twisted, homie. No, I'm just playing. But we're out there doing our thing. But ladies and gentlemen, this week, right, we're Friday, Tejano Music Awards right here in San Antonio, right? So we hope to see you guys out there for the Tejano Music Awards. But enough about all that stuff. The real reason why you guys are here, right? Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from West Texas, baby, right? Make some noise for Los Arcos Hermanos Peña.
Pero nunca dirás que dejé de Pero con visión, Bumper.
Aunque el destino me lleve a querer otro amor, no te olvides que yo para ti siempre fui y me dejas dolor. Sí, quiero de verdad, por eso es que me da ambición de quererte. No tengas duda de mí, porque fiel siempre fui y no quiero perderte. Pero qué ambición, Bumper, qué ambición, Derek. Para todos ustedes.
Ladies and gentlemen, just look, man. I told my wife I almost didn't do the show, right? Because
Why?
last night I had a real bad
yes,
ear
yes.
infection, so I started taking medication. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm not gonna be able to. But dude, Jerry, as soon as you guys started, hombre, at the tequila, I had to, bro. I had to. Like,
But see, that's not fair, dude, porque nomás
no, I got you. I
no
got
te
you.
creas, no te
I
creas.
got
Let's
you.
keep going.
Hey, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's show, right? Los Arcos Hermanos Peña. Like, I've heard so much about this band for a very long time. For a very long time. And before we talk about anything, Jerry, I want you to introduce all the guys, por favor.
Seguro que sí. To my left, to your right, on the bass, my son Fabian, bass and vocals. And on the percussion congas and vocals, my nephew Adrian Peña. And on drums and vocals, my son JJ Peña, Gerardo Peña Jr., but they call him Jerry, JJ Peña. And my godson, Adrian Aguilar on bajo sexto and vocals. Isaac. What did I say? Okay. Isaac, I'm sorry. Isaac Aguilar on bajo sexto and vocals. And pues un servidor para servirles a todos ustedes.
The legend himself.
The legend himself, right? Jerry Peña right here with you guys, all the way from West Texas. It is for me sitting in this room next to you. It's an honor.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
It is a real honor. I have a gentleman in the room who, well, him and probably his best friend, they really rubbed my ribs for a long time, dude.
You got bruised ribs?
Yeah, I they're underneath here, but I got some ribs underneath here. But un saludos to J Rod, bajo sexto player for La Calma, and Rich. All right, Rich is a drummer for Texas Latino, and they're huge Arcos fans. They're huge Arcos fans, right?
Appreciate that.
And
yes.
so they were like, "Bump, you ain't got a show until you get Los Arcos." I'm like, bro, like,
What's so special?
they're in West Texas, bro. A band must really love what they do and do what they do because they love what they do, right? For you guys to travel all the way from West Texas to be with us here on this Wednesday night on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday for you guys, right? And let me tell you, as a host of a show, when a van drives up and they have a trailer, you start scratching your head like, hey man, what's going on here? Me and Eddie we're used to a couple of guys coming in here, right? They might bring an accordion, a bajo, but these dudes started taking off cases, and I was like, oh shit, these dudes are for real, bro, right? But as you guys can see, we got a whole electric drum set. We got congas, we got bass, we got accordion, we got the bajo behind me. Dude, you guys are in for a treat tonight. These guys came to jam, but not only did they come to jam, we came to talk about Los Arcos. This is a band. I just got a text message from my tío in Beeville, Texas. You guys know where Beeville, Texas is at?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's population 13,600, just in case you forget.
We played there at, what do you call it?
The Chickasaw.
Chickasaw.
The Chickasaw, right?
We
The
played there
Chickasaw.
before, yes.
So it was funny because he sent me a text as you guys were playing, and he was freaking out because my tío's old school, man, and you guys just played on Domingo Live, right? And growing up in the Coastal Bend where I grew up, Domingo Live is right next to Johnny Canales. Like,
Yes.
we watched them both, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And you guys were just live there in Corpus with Barbie and Rudy Trevino.
Yes.
A legendary Rudy Trevino, right? And then he sees you on the show, and he's just he's flabbergasted. He doesn't know what to say right
Well, un
now.
saludo ahí para Bill, para Vicente. He's taking us there for some of his parties.
Yeah.
Un saludo para Vicente y toda su familia. De parte aquí de Mr. Bumper y los Hermanos Peña. Un saludo.
Man, Jerry. So you guys left last night, or you left today?
We left last night around 2 in the morning, or this morning.
At 2 right after work.
Well, check it out, Bumper. At least you got to fly. We have to drive, dude. And he's complaining. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Jerry was hearing my story like, este vato, this flu, right?
Can you read my mind or what?
Hey, no, man, but I don't know. Lucky Joe does the same thing. When I meet him out somewhere, he's like, dude, we got to drive, fool. You get to fly. I'm like, well, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, Jerry, no, I want you and the guys, man, I want from the bottom of my heart, dude, I'll say it probably a million times tonight. Thank you for being with us tonight, man.
Well, on the contrary to that, thank you for having us and all your staff. These guys are professionals.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
So we appreciate it. What happened in the Domingo Live, we were supposed to be there this coming Sunday. But they had some deals with their station. They said, well, if you come Sunday when you're supposed to, it's only being half a show just talking. I said, nah. He goes, but there's an opening on this coming Sunday, which was a couple of days before. Guys, we're going to go. Let's go. So we took off. And we did the Domingo Live that morning. We took off and made it and did it and went home to Dimmitt, which is how many hours? 8 hours?
No, it's
9.5 from Corpus. Went home, and we went to work. And then this Monday and Tuesday, and last night, this morning, we came over here. And then we're going to go back. And Friday, we're going to Houston.
Well, let me ask you guys. What kind of work do you do? I thought that you could get off on the Monday.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, my son owns a couple semi-trucks, and I work for him, so he's my boss.
Okay.
But really, the one I have to talk to is his wife, my boss lady. He's just a worker like I am. She's the boss.
Oh, like that, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's his own boss, and he's his own boss. He's a barber.
Hey, bro, my son got pictures tomorrow. You think before you leave, you can hook him up?
I got you.
And he's the boss where he works. So
Shout out to Society Barbershop.
yes,
Best barbershop in Amarillo 6 years in a row.
What makes
where
it what makes it the best barbershop? Talking to him. Look at that.
Sorry. But just for one, the haircuts. I mean, we wouldn't be winning 6 years in a row if we weren't putting out good haircuts.
Hey, well, what's up, Jerry? Jerry doesn't like wearing a fade or what? Come on. You can't get him to do a fade?
I can't get him to come see me.
well, he lives in Amarillo, Texas. I live in Dimmitt. That's what 65 miles. You know,
That's too far for a haircut.
It's too far, but we're wearing hats. You know, wearing hats.
No, man. Everybody join us. We're having record-breaking views right now. Again, if you guys join us late, if you guys can just do us a favor and share the live, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I know you guys want to hear them jam. I want to hear them jam, but I also want to get to know who they are. And again, coming from West Texas, Jerry, the story actually begins with you.
Yes, sir. Gracias a mi Padre Dios que pues me dio este don. Y como le digo a todos mis hijos y a mi esposa y a todos, Dios me dio este don y más Dios me lo quita. So like you said, you have to have a certain drive to be on the road, to do this, do that. Hey, with the road, vienen muchos peligros, you know. My brothers and I, we've been in accidents before, you know. It comes with the territory, you know. Pero and every time I pray for our family, which is the músicos. I pray for them, for my brothers that are on the road. Que Dios me los cuide because I know what it is. And now that I have my kids, these are my kids. Some guy called me Jerry's kids, like Jerry Lewis. Come on, dude.
Wow.
Jerry's kids. Órale, but, you know, entonces, so we're having a lot of fun, and these guys, they have the drive. And for me, they're my vitamins because they're my centrum because they keep me going.
Keep you going.
Yeah.
They keep you going. So Jerry, you know, for the people that don't know, Jerry comes from the original, right? The original. It was you and your brothers, you know?
Actually, I started in 1972.
Okay.
With school friends, you know. And I was really young when I started. Me quité el pamper y agarré el acordeón y vámonos. You know, back then they weren't the disposable pampers; they were the rag pampers.
Yeah, the ones you got to wash.
So I had to save it so my mom could wash it. So I mean,
Welcome to Bumper's Comedy Show. If you guys are just joining us right now,
so in '72, a lot of people asked me, "Well, how did you get the name Los Arcos?" Well, when I was a kid, I would go with mom and dad a los bailes y me dejaban cantar los grupos ahí. That day I didn't go because I stayed over. One of my cousins stayed over, so my dad and mom walked in with another compadre, another couple, and me said, "Mijo, tócale una polka a mi compadre." So me, I loved it. Me levanté toda la gañosa y cuando agarré el acordeón, todo despeinado. And the accordion that I had, the straps were too long, so I would arch back to get the keyboard.
Yeah.
Y le dice el compadre a mi dad, "Mira, compadre, el niño comenzó a hacer arco para tocar. Arco para atrás, póngale los arcos, órale." So my dad me dio el nombre de Los Arcos. Y como éramos del norte de Marion, Indiana, that's where we started, le puso Los Arcos del Norte. So that's how the name came about. My dad gave me that name. And back then, I didn't care what I was now. I just wanted to play, you know. So ahí comenzó el nombre de Los Arcos. And I started in 72 with my school friends, y un compadre de mi dad. Entonces, my vocalist was first vocalist, un primo mío, Pete Valderas, he lives in Indianapolis right now. But the original bass player, he lived in Beeville.
really?
Yeah, he lived in Beeville for a long time. In Paz Wisconsin, we lost him almost a year and a half ago. But he was my first player, he was my school friend, you know. So that's how we started back in. This is in '72. So real quick, a quiz from '72 to now. How many years is it?
From 72 to now?
2, 3, 4. You flunked.
No,
You had 3 seconds.
that's like 50 something years, no?
See, you still flunk it again.
I'm not that good at math, Eddie. Help me out.
He looks at him. He's doing his job.
Let me use a calculator real quick.
52 years.
52 years.
The trayectoria, you know, having at it, you know. In 72, my brother Luis, in 76, 77, he came in as a bajo player in there. And then we moved in 78 to Dimmitt. Con un primo y un amigo nosotros, we formed the group. And then gradually my brothers came in. Y ya se formaron Los Arcos Hermanos Peña. So for many years it was my brothers and I. And right now, under Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, we have 39 recordings to our name. 39. We did 2 with Cornelio Reina en la capital de México. Legendary Cornelio, que en paz descanse Cornelio. Y un señor que se llama Antonio Zamora, el Sacazonapan, un artista de México. We did one with him. I don't know if you guys remember Cristo Tarango, Grupo Sonrisas. They were here in San Antonio. They were from Amarillo and moved here. We did an album with her. And then the rest was Los Arcos Hermanos Peña. Now, my brothers decided to do something different, and so did I. So they kept the name Los Hermanos Peña, my brothers, and un sobrino Oscar, which is his brother. And I started with my boys. They had a group called Infinito. And then I said, "Mijo, this is going on. You want to join me?" Sure. So we got together, and the rest is history.
That's awesome, man. And what year did you decide to do this right here? What you have right now?
We started in actually in January of this year, 24.
24.
We haven't been together a year yet. Our first gig was in Austin and Rancho Alegre. Was it April or March? In March.
So that's where me and Eddie were having a conversation. And I was like, it's like they were around and then they disappeared.
Around? Wait a minute.
Wait, they were
Can you
around,
rephrase that?
and then they kind of like disappeared. Then all of a sudden, I started hearing Arcos, and I'm like, bro, but like they're not new. Like that band's an older band. Like they, and then when I seen the picture, I said, pues esos vatos son. I mean, Jerry, besides Jerry, right? Everybody
He just offended
looks.
me in 1 minute 3 times already. He called me a barco. I'm an arco, not a barco. Then he said I was round.
No, man. Hey, welcome to Wacky Wednesday, bro. You get it all right here. But no, man. And then when I saw it, I was like, okay, now I'm seeing what the fuss is about, because when y'all started walking in, I was like, pues esos vatos no están, they're not viejitos, vatos, esos vatos están. And Jerry, you're not viejito. By far, you're not not viejito. You probably eat at Luby's, maybe Jim's, right? Because you got to be over 50 to eat at Luby's or Jim's. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Have you ever walked into Jim's or Luby's and seen a young
yes,
person?
yes.
Have you ever seen somebody eating there?
Puro veterano.
Puro veterano ahí right there. You get the double ARP or como ARP discount right there. Senior discount. But ladies and gentlemen, again, if you just joined us, Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, all the way from West Texas, by way of Dimmitt, by way of Amarillo, Lubbock, Hereford, Texas.
He and I are the ones from Dimmitt.
From Dimmitt,
Home
okay.
of the Dimmitt Bobcats.
Okay. Well, you know what? You guys don't have a heavy West Texas accent.
Yeah, we do. What's talking about? Me faltó el puro tabaco. No te vas a escupir la boca.
I say that because I had the legendary Michael Salgado here. And it was the funniest thing because...
His accent.
Right. But most people who have never seen him, when they saw him live and speaking English in the interview, they didn't know what to do. Their phones, they were going crazy because they're like, this dude is a country ass dude from West Texas. I said, he's like, oh, yeah, I am, right? Because most of the shows they do and everything, they talk is everything's done in Spanish. So you just don't know. But the fact that, you guys, how did you feel, bro? How did you feel when he gave you the call? Or do you remember how that happened? How you ended up right here with the band?
Yeah, he called me, a couple of weeks. I'm sorry.
You can grab the mic and take it up.
Man, he called me a couple weeks in a row. Hey, Miko, I really want to sit down and talk to you. And I'm like, okay, Theo. I said, well, I was really busy at the time, and one time they're coming through Lubbock. He's like, hey, Miko, I'm here in Lubbock. Let's sit down and have some lunch and something I need to talk to you about.
Of course, he paid lunch.
So he made me buy him lunch, of course. But anyway, so we're sitting there, and he's like, Miko, I have a serious question to ask you. How would you feel about coming alongside with me and the boys?
Yeah.
And for a second, man, it hit me hard. Because growing up as a kid, watching my uncles and my dad, it's a dream come true, man.
Tell me the truth, Miko, you were a roadie.
And I did roadie for a long time with them. But growing up, seeing them on stage, doing all these shows, for him to ask me to be an article, man, that was a dream come true. I almost broke down in tears right now. I'm almost breaking down in tears. But, yeah, he asked me, and there for a second I had all these thoughts, and I'm like, man, this is awesome. Like, of course I'm going to take that off.
So you took the offer right there.
I took it right then and there,
not even 2 bites into the taco, you were ready to go. Like,
and to be honest with you, I didn't even eat my burger. It's just, I was so excited. I was so excited, but I still get emotional because these are big shoes to fill, man. And for him to have that confidence in me to come into the group, and
I don't want to interrupt, Mijo, but his brother, the oldest brother, Luis Peña Tercero, known as Nuno Boy, he had a voice. Oh my gosh, he sang with us, recorded many albums, and then his brother Oscar, and now him. So yeah.
That's awesome,
so,
man.
And my brothers, I hold them on a high pedestal, man, because their vocals are just
amazing.
And I'm learning I'm learning their footsteps,
Right.
And I've only been at it, 6-7 months, and we're getting there,
Yeah.
And he says, I got big shoes to fill. I said, Mijo, they wear size 7, you wear 9. You're already.
But man,
Yeah,
honestly,
big.
it's a dream come true, man. I think it's a dream come true for each and every one of us, you know. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, they're legendary. Los Arcos are legendary.
Yeah.
And for us to be able to be alongside Mateo, you know, the man that started it all, that's big. You know, it's big for us.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yes, sir.
man. That's what I'm talking about. Well, you want to jam another one or what?
Tú mandas, Daddy. Mira, tú eres el chief, nosotros somos indios. I already have the color. So
Okay, está bien. Hey, I know everybody wants to hear one. A ver,
Let's
let's
do
see
it.
what, let's see what we got from West Texas.
are you ready? Yeah. Vamos a Richie Rich. Vamos a Richie. quisiera llorar.
Man, dude, you made me ahorita voy a comenzar a llorar ahorita, man. Golly, Jerry. Wow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wow. So 2024, man. 2024. has been the year for Los Arcos Hermanos Peña. Just the beginning, brother. Just the beginning. Everybody is super excited about you guys. You know, when you have musicians saying bump, you just don't know. You just don't know. That's when you know, right? When musicians say that, you know, fans are fans, right? Fans, you guys could probably miss up 4 times, and I would probably tell you 8 out of 10 fans would never even blink an eye. But you guys were watching for sound check, but these dudes were, I don't know, they did something. This shit sounded good to me. But Jerry was like, hey, what's going on here? You know what I mean? He started looking around.
You picked up on that?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hear the miss up. If there was a miss up, I didn't hear it.
I'm going to tell you right now, allá in the living room, le tirón de orejas en my house because he's the one that did the miss. Look at his ears all red. Look at it.
Well, you know, how do you travel, you know, with these guys? I mean, you got your son-in-law, you got your son. You guys travel as more like a family, or is there one dude you're like, bro, don't let that don't
godson.
Your godson, okay. Yeah. So don't let him drive. Don't let him. You know what I mean? Does everybody have their certain job? Like, we know who the drivers are.
Well, on the bus, we didn't bring the bus today because it's getting remodeled through the inside. But as the bus, he and I are the main drivers. He's learning, and he thinks he's not going to get out. He's not going to get out of it. He needs to learn how to drive. So
I'm learning how to supervise.
There you go. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it between the lines. You're good. You're good.
But yeah, my Halo was playing bajo with Infinito with them 4 right there. And so he goes, you know, Padrino, it's a big step I want to take, but I'll go for it. So I got to give him a lot of props también because he's doing great.
That's awesome, man.
Great.
So real quick, and not to get away from Los Arcos, but Infinito, all 4 of you guys were all 4 of y'all were Infinito?
Yes, sir.
And so Infinito was what style of music? What you're still playing right now?
No, it was different. They had saxophone and keyboard, a mixture of tropical and norteño and
Cumbia.
I said, Mas, if you want to, we'll play a cumbia for you, the Infinito, if they'll let me, because you know he was the accordion player for them.
Accordion, keyboard.
And he was a saxophone player for them.
So when he asked you to come, you didn't ask him to take over for accordion?
No, not even.
Hey, Jerry, I know it's your band, but yeah, you didn't take over the accordion.
No, I'm actually in my domain. I've been playing drums since I was about 7, 8 years old. This is my instrument.
Right.
Ask him how many drum sets he has. Really, son?
How many do you have?
Not enough.
He's got about 11, 12
You have more than
sets.
5?
He's got more in the Rene from Lita Cup.
But I think I have a total of about 6. And there's another one that I really want, but
Okay, check this out. Check it out, Bumper. He has a brand new set, and he put it in one of my bedrooms in the corner, stacked all the way to the ceiling. Brand new. He hasn't even set up yet. He's never played it. He goes, Dad, look at this drum set. Can I have it? I said, Mijo, you have one up there you haven't even used yet. So, dile algo, papá, regáñalo.
It's kind of not my fault because, I haven't had a place to actually set it up. Usually when we're playing with a bunch of bands, it sounds already there. So I haven't had my chance to set up
to set your stuff up. Hey, and your bass drum, you have a Arcos logo on there or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, how many accordions do you own, Jerry?
That's what I said.
You see? See how that works? The tables have turned.
You know what else? Ask how many congas he has and how many basses he has.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It's kind of.
And I tell him, look, guys, when I started, my dad gave me a little Honer, a Corona 2 Honer, and that was it. And there was 11 of us in the family, so only my dad worked, right? So, Dad, I need this. So him and Mama, como pudieron, they would, even con mis hermanos, we're coming through San Antonio, por ahí por el grande truck, Ford, and we saw a big old, we're coming in from Florida, and we saw a big old rider truck that we wanted for the band. We pulled in there, and we want that truck. It was that close, and all we needed was a coat signer. We called my dad. Dad, mijo, where do I fax this? He didn't even ask how much. Órale, cómprenla, mijo. You know, so we always had the backing of my mom and dad in the family. Well, you know, but as a chiquillo, you know, yo batallé because in Indiana there was no Tejano music. It's just on Sundays daba una hora de música and that was it. You know, so these guys, At the house, I have a what you call a man cave, and está lleno de equipment like crazy. And I look, when I was growing up, I never had none of these. I don't know how many basses he has, you know, and he's not a bass player, he's a saxophone player.
How many saxes do you own? One?
I have 6 saxophones.
Oh, okay.
You know, so it's crazy, pero gracias a mi Padre Dios that all I want for them is to be better than me, and they already are. They're kicking butt.
I got you. Well, you said a couple of words that raised the hair on my arms a little bit. You said man cave.
Yes.
So I'm gonna assume that in that man cave, you have some stars around there or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pero ahorita no hay, it's not. There's no shining stars. Nomás.
Every time I go, bro, I take one down.
So Jerry, you're a big Dallas Cowboy fan?
I'm a big through thick and thin. You know, if give me your knife, I'll cut my vein. It bleeds blue, Papa. It bleeds blue.
Well, I mean, those are true fans, right? Fans who stick through the good and
But
the
can I
bad.
give you a little bit of bad news? This guy behind you, he's a Niner fan.
Wow. Well, they ain't doing no too much better. They
We're struggling.
And then this guy here, he's a Lion fan.
really.
They're kicking butt. I gotta admit it.
Yeah, the Lions are kicking ass.
time.
You're a Cowboys fan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Cowboys fan.
Cowboys fan?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm a Tennessee Titan fan.
Okay.
Yeah. we suck too. Before I forget, I want to give un saludos to Jaime and Amanda Martinez, the 1000s, great DJs on TikTok. Reynaldo Hernandez watching, David Soto, Albert Zuniga, everybody watching on YouTube, Manos Parias, Albert Hernandez, Roel Ibarra, Moesa Aranda, Rangel, Wild Indian Polishing, all the way watching from Dallas, Texas. Thank you guys for tuning in again, and to all our people that we have in here. We're having a wonderful night, man. If you guys didn't know, we're here with Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, been together since the beginning of 2024. And they're kicking ass and taking names, dude. I mean, they were at Domingo Live Show. They're here with Bumper today. I think they got another podcast with our buddy tomorrow. Another podcast on Saturday. They're with us on Sunday for the Toys for Tejanitos. And then Monday, they're at another of my friends' podcast. I mean, you guys are making your rounds. And with that being said, let me ask you guys, if you're not doing this, we got Miss Hilda's here, right?
Yes,
Saludos to Hilda.
Give her a shout out.
HP Promotions. Saludos.
She does a great job promoting you guys, for sure.
A very great job, yes.
And un saludo to our good friend Lupe también.
Lupe Rosales también.
Lupe
He's
Rosales,
one of our
un
other
saludo
promoters.
to him.
And Michelle.
Michelle's here. Hi,
Yeah,
Miss
part of
Michelle.
HP
Thank you.
Promotions.
Thank you guys for being here. You guys have started in 2024, and it's like people are really digging it, right? They're really digging it. And you guys have done radio tours, right? You guys have done a couple of radio interviews. You're doing the podcast realm right now. Let me ask you guys, do any of you guys do TikTok?
We have a TikTok, yes, sir.
You have a TikTok, but do you have a TikTok?
I do have
Do you have a
TikTok,
TikTok? You have a TikTok?
Yes, sir.
Jerry, you have a TikTok,
Yes, sir.
Jerry?
Me dieron unos vatos.
You do that. You do that one, Jerry? That song. No, and the reason I say that is because, when I look down here, we had from Waco, Texas, Tu Amigo Pete, another great DJ. All these guys have their own shows, or they go live, right?
Yes.
And I think sometimes the bands, and the reason I ask you guys this is because I say this all the time, every other week I tell the bands this. If you're not going on TikTok in the evening before you go to bed, not like that. Don't fall asleep and let your phone fall like that. But if you're not going on TikTok and go and scrolling through, right? Because an algorithm is something that is picked up, right? If you're not a technology person, algorithm, all it is your phone and what you look up and what you like, it gets to know you. So your TikTok, the more you look for stuff or the more that you stay watching something, it starts picking you up and it knows what you like. So it's going to feed you.
Yes.
It's going to feed you what you want, right? If you only like NFL football, all your stuff's going to be about football. If you love music, it's all going to be music, right? Well, in that algorithm, there is some amazing Tejano and Conjunto DJs that spin music 7 days a week. We got Tejano Up Radio in the house right now, app-driven radio station. We got friends in you know, the regular terrestrial radio on the FM stations, right? But where I'm going with this is like, if the Arcos aren't going on there and showing love to the DJs are the ones who are spinning your stuff.
Yes.
People nowadays, they'll go on TikTok. Like when I'll just use the 1000s because they're on for you know, as an example. If they're on, I'm watching more than 5 minutes. Like I'm gonna sit because they're just going mixing one after another, and people are interacting on there. It's like, well, who's that?
Well, yeah, we normally try to do that. You know, we see one of the DJs on, we'll get on there and you know, we'll send saludos de parte de Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, and we'll chill on there for a little bit.
Yeah.
And normally they'll play, you know, Buena Suerte Corazón
for sure, man. And that's what you guys need to be doing, because I mean, you guys are already on fire right now. You get people like that on board, it's just going to take you to another level. And Jerry, the thing is like, if you things have changed since the days of when you were with your brothers, like way back in the day, right? Things have changed. Like the radio I mean, we still got FM stations, but everything is right here. Yes. Everything is instantaneous, right? Instantaneous.
Technology, you know.
The technology, right?
Like the other day, I did an interview, Georgetown, Delaware. Georgetown, Delaware.
That's awesome, man.
And then 30 minutes after, Washington, D.C. That's crazy. And then after that, I did North Carolina, and then went down all the way to Miami, Florida. Orlando, Florida, I'm sorry.
And just to think, back in the day, you would have had to go to all those places to do those interviews,
it's
right?
Like you said, it's right there.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Well, we couldn't do the show without the help of a lot of people who help us out, who support Tejano and Conjunto Music. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, all our supporters, all our sponsors of Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, if you guys can go out there and support them, we would greatly appreciate it.
Looking to purchase your dream home or what to sell your existing home? Call our friend Ricky Ray, the realtor, at 956-424-5724. He will help you get approved. No credit, low credit, no problem. So give him a call today at 956-424-5724.
Hey guys, it's Leo Correa with Grupo La Calma and Internet and Marketing Manager here at Ron Hoover RV and Marine Center in Odessa, Texas. Our General Manager, Mr. Anthony Patterson, a huge fan of Tejano music. So we are proud to announce that we are proud sponsors of the Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Every Wednesday, guys, if you know anyone, family member, friends that is in the market right now, make sure you come by and visit us here at Ron Hoover RV and Marine Center in Odessa, Texas. You can visit us online, www.ronhoover.com. If you're in the market for a fifth wheel, we have both C classes, A classes. We have travel trailers, everything that you need to make memories with your family. Come by over here. We're located at 1529 East 2nd Street. 1529 East 2nd Street here in Odessa, Texas, or give me a call. Our cell phone number is 210-906-3796. We're here for you guys, and come by and see why everyone's talking about Ron Hoover of Odessa, Texas, your West Texas. Yes, guys. Vámonos.
Are you a disabled veteran unsure if you're receiving all the benefits you deserve? Contact Just for Veterans, Coach Retired Sergeant Major United States Marine Corps, Oscar Ornelas at 951-388-4072. With a deep passion for serving veterans from all branches, he specializes in VA ratings to ensure you receive what you've earned for serving our nation. At Just for Veterans, getting your disability claim processed is now straightforward, thanks to our veteran design system. Don't delay. Book your consultation today with Oscar Ornelas at 951-388-4072. Remember to mention you've seen this ad on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Just for Veterans, if you don't win your claim, you don't owe us anything. Your benefits matter, and we're here to help.
Hey, Raza, it's your boy Anthony Patterson, General Manager of Ron Hoover RV Marine of Odessa.
And it's your boy Leo Correa, vocalista de Grupo La Calma and Internet and Marketing Manager here at Ron Hoover. Oyes, compadre, what do we have for the people here in West Texas for the month of November, compadre?
I'm glad you asked, Leo. It's that time of the year again for the second annual Music City Mall Boat and RV Show, November 14th through the 17th.
November 14th through the 17th, it's all going down at the Music City Mall in Odessa. Oyes, compadre, but what are we going to give the people in West Texas?
Leo, you think they want the biggest savings up for the year?
Yes.
You think they want $0 down?
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for an immigration attorney, right? Damas y caballeros, if you got friends who maybe are, they're worried about their status here in the United States, they've been here for many years, you got to hit up my boy, Rene Zarazua, right? 210-979-1018. That's 210-979-1018. He's an awesome, awesome guy. So if you own a business and maybe you have some guys that work for you that are debating whether to get their paperwork done or whatever, hit up my boy no matter where you're at. He'll be able to take care of you. Let him know that Bumper sent you. He's just an awesome guy. Renee's just an awesome guy. So if you're looking for an immigration attorney, this is your guy right here. He's not going to steer you the wrong way. 210-979-1018. And hey, don't forget, just like we started the show with, this Sunday at Slim Sports Bar, Toys for Tejanitos 3rd anniversary. We want to see everybody there. All our good friends, many great groups, Conjunto Cats, Espada, right here. Los Arcos are going to be, you name it. Ronnie T. There's going to be so many. There's a lot of meet and greets, artists who are not playing, but they're just going to be there to sign autographs, take some pictures, and have a good time. Make sure you bring an unwrapped toy this Sunday from 2 to 11 at the Slim Sports Bar right here in San Antonio, Texas. Hey, you got the next commercial, Jerry. What do you got? Your trucking business? Come on. Nobody don't take it. He's looking at me like, what are you talking about? Oh, man. So if you're just joining us again, we're here with Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, all the way from West Texas, covering the whole gamut of West Texas, and they're here in San Antonio with us. Well, I'll shut up because we talked about a cumbia. We talked about your band that you guys had. Infinito. You guys had before Jerry went and stole you guys and brought you to start Los Arcos. Y'all want to hear cumbia? All the people that are in the crowd here want to hear cumbia. Josh, you want to hear cumbia? All right. Well, let's dale una cumbia. Move the kitchen table.
Una cumbia, grabación para Mr. El Aguacate de por allá de Chicago, Illinois, el compositor de esta melodía.
Ya déjame ser feliz, pues de todo te lo di, y ahora que vuelves tú ya no puedo, ya no tengo el nuevo amor, que me curó mi dolor y me ayudó a olvidar un recuerdo, el día que vi partir, te juro que sentí morir, y por tu ausencia vine al infierno, llénenmelo mi dolor, pero se pareció en este amor hay un consuelo. Cuidado, Barber. Ya déjame ser feliz, cuando yo te lo di, y ahora que vuelves y ya no puedo, ya no tengo nuevo amor, que me curó mi dolor y me ayudó a olvidar los recuerdos, el día me vi partir, te juro sentí morir, y por tu ausencia vine al infierno, llénenmelo mi dolor, pero se pareció en este amor, hay el consuelo.
¿Cómo se llama ese mijo?
Ya déjame
ser feliz, compositor Mr. Louis Martinez de por Chicago, Illinois.
His mom?
¿Mande?
His mom?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Sandy.
Hey, bro. Sandy she just got on here and she said, hey, get off your damn phone, dude. She's not going to tell you again, right? She's telling you, Miss Sandy, I got you. He's going to get off his phone. No te crees. These guys are following along. So when you guys ever see an artist, they're not being rude. Even myself, like, we have our phones because we're trying to look at the comments, and maybe one of our friends or family members come on there, or maybe we don't like you and we don't want to say your comment. But un saludos to Abraham, right? Abraham Medina. He said, con una canción quisiera llorar. Let's see. Carlos Contreras, Vinny Treviño, Diana Limones, Andrea Peña. Albert Rivera going to the store for another 18-pack. See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. See what you started? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So what we need for you guys to do, right? If you have anything coming up in 2025, yeah, I would assume probably Christmas parties, ya están. Yeah. You're already booked, right?
Yes, for 24, yes.
For 24. So 2025, is it wide open or no? It's starting to fill up?
We have about 10 tocadas and within the year, as of now.
As of now, for 25?
Yes.
All right. So probably the one you guys want is probably already taken, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. So if you guys, Jerry, what's a great number that people can reach you at, or can they reach you guys out on social media? How can they reach out to you guys?
Yes, we have right now we have TikTok. It's under Los Arcos Hermanos Peña Oficial. Also on Facebook, Los Arcos Hermanos Peña Oficial. And we just got a Instagram also.
Okay.
And you can find us on YouTube. I mean, we're on there on Los Arcos Hermanos Peña.
And you guys reply to messages and stuff if people are looking for a band for a quince, for a wedding, or for a graduation party or algo?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
You can message us right there on Facebook or even TikTok. We receive messages there. Or my dad, you can call my dad's cell phone number, 806-346-4752. Or you can call my cell phone number, 806-346-0369.
Or if you're super cool and super tech savvy, if you look at the bottom of your screen, on the right-hand side of your screen, there's a little funny QR code, right? All you got to do is either screenshot that, or if you got your phone, you're watching on TV, all you got to do is put that in, hit the link, and it'll take you to all their social. It'll take you to their Facebook.
That's their website.
That's their website. So it'll take you to their website. You guys can get a hold of them and hit them up for, 2025 is wide open, man. Let's push this band, dude, because you guys have an awesome vibe, bro. La neta.
Thank you.
Like, there's bands that, they're musicians and they sound good, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes the vibe makes a big difference. And all you guys, your vibe is awesome, man.
Thank you for that. I appreciate
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't hear what he said. We play for a lot of different occasions. and unfortunately, también nos han hablado for funerals and stuff like that. But he says we even play for divorces. Ay, pues.
Bro, let me tell you something, Jerry.
Here we go.
I don't know who it was. It was another guest artist, but they had me going, and they did me dirty on my own live, on my own show. Eddie, who was it? They came on here and they're like, hey, we did a divorce party, and they called the priest or the pastor who married him. They all returned to the same place they got married. And they read the divorce decree, and they did their own separate ways, but they had a party together. And I'm sitting here like...
And you fell for it.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, what the hell? And I said, he goes, they even got the pastor, like everybody. Everybody showed up. They had a band and everything. But instead of getting married, they just read the divorce decree and told everybody that
That's good. So how long did you realize it was...
Well, until they gave me that look, and I was like, you're freaking lying, bro. Ain't nobody going to do that stuff. West Texas. Being here in San Antonio in the Covenant 210, and we go down to the 956 a lot. West Texas, man, for me, as I do the show and get more involved with the music and the industry, it's kind of weird how it's very cliquish. Y'all will agree with me or disagree. Y'all give me the look like, Bump, don't start talking about this shit, right?
I want to hear what you're going to say.
So West Texas, West Texas people take care of West Texas people, right? West Texas bands take care of West Texas bands. San Antonio bands Take care of something. 956 bands, right? Sometimes I think like they don't really go into each other's area because, well, you're not from around here. You know what I'm saying? And it really keeps our music sometimes from spreading and people getting to know Los Arcos. Well, who cares that you're from Dimmitt, Texas? You know what I'm saying? You can play down here in San Antonio. You can play in Corpus. You can play in Ali's. You can play in McAllen. But I just, maybe it's me. Maybe you guys don't see it, but I see it from the outside looking in. I see that a lot. I think our genre is beautiful, man. We should be able to spread love everywhere. Yes. But Jerry, you've been in this business way longer than I've been alive. What is your take on that, man?
Well, you know, there is some kind of truth to that because, you know, we've been to areas down here and they'll look at us funny, they'll treat us funny, the sound, they won't let us use it, they won't let us use that. And it's weird to me because we're supposed to be, and you can ask any group that's watching as far as Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, our sound is there. Whatever you need, it's all yours. Dele, para eso estamos, para ayudarnos uno al otro. You know, but not all the bands, but, you know, like you said, you know, and it exists, you know, but that's okay.
It does, man. And how are you guys doing as far as radio play? I know your single you guys let out in the spring, right? It was like late spring.
It was in Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
And at Tejano Explosion Radio, un saludo a la familia Vega, Tony and all his family. At his station, we were 15 weeks in row number 1. Crystal City has it. I don't know how many weeks already.
So I think it's 11 weeks already.
Number 1. Saginaw, Michigan, number 1. También aquí en San Antonio and Radio Queda was playing it. Houston has it number 1. Me hablaron de Irapuato, Guanajuato, that it was doing it over there. Pico Rivera, California, la capital de Mexico. The song just took off like wildfire. And right now, my yerno here, he came with me, and he's the one that said, man, if you guys record this song, it'll do good. So then we were going to do it with my brothers, but we split up, so we redid it here, and look what it's doing.
So the guy that doesn't play in the band said, Jerry, you gotta do this song?
Yeah, because he heard us play it before, and I would just put it at the very end of a dance in a pupurri because I didn't know the whole song, but I liked the way it sounded. He goes, if you take the whole song and record it and do it your style, so I took his word for it. As much, I'm only feeling a little secret. He goes, I know that now you're on your own, and the studio time costs a lot of money. He goes, I'll put up the first $500 for you. So se los quité, vamos a grabar.
And he's the only one drinking, having a good time.
Yeah. Con Rosa Acedo and my daughter Stephanie and all the family, un saludo para ellos.
That's awesome, Jerry, man. That's awesome that you guys can do this. Like, you know, we've seen a lot of groups, you know, like Conjunto Cats. It's all family, right? Their dad and sons. There's a lot of.
We just played together here in San Antonio at the Guadalupe Awards.
With the Conjunto Cats. Yeah. Well, you're going to play with them again on Sunday, on right? Sunday. For Toys for Tejanitos. It's going to be a good time. I got a Legend Award in Laredo about 3 weeks ago. Congratulations on that, man. What was the name of the award? A Legend Award.
Oh, yeah. Conjunto Legend, they gave me an award for that, and I was very thankful, and thank you for the organization that did it for me. And so, yes, sir.
Jerry, what do you think of the industry that you remember and the industry that you just stepped foot in 2024?
Well, it's like you said, back then there wasn't none of this technology. So everything, it was radio stations. Like I told you a little while ago, I did the one for Georgetown, Delaware, like that. And it was everywhere.
Yeah.
I would have to probably drive over there if I wanted to go all the way to Delaware. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It's a whole different ballgame. Now, my boys here, they're into the digital recording stuff.
Yeah.
I'm analog. I'm old school. Give me an analog board and I can work it. These guys start pushing all kinds of money. I'm just there looking.
I got on an iPad.
Exactly. But the thing that helps me, gracias a Dios, is my hearing. You know, es lo que tengo que, you know, I can tell, hey, mijo, this is wrong here. I hear this. Oh, okay. But like I said, I always wanted to do better than I am.
So when you guys record, it's not for you, Jerry. You can't answer because I already know the answer you're going to give me. This guy that's quiet back over here, right here. So when you guys go in the recording studio, how is it working with this legend right here, man?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Before we even hit the studio, he makes sure that we're prepared because it's something different, you know. And You got to be on point because, like I said, it's studio time. It's not cheap. So it's awesome. There's lots of stories. We freak out, you know. I tell him, hey, I don't know how to do this, and he grabs my Walkman and he shows me, and I'm just looking at him like, you make it look so easy. And he doesn't really. I mean, he plays bajo, but it's not like an everyday deal for him.
Right.
And I just look at him how easy he does it, and I'm just like, wow, you know. And I think that's how we all feel about him, is that he's an inspiration to us. He helps us out. You know, it's tough, but he still gives us a motivation to continue to better ourselves.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, once we hit the studio, we're pretty much prepared and ready. And even that, you know, we still have our flaws and all that, but we get it done. And it's without him, we're nothing.
What about you, bro? When you go in the studio, how's it working with this guy right here?
Tell me the truth, mijo.
Man, it's kind of nerve wracking, to be honest with you, man, because my uncle's he hears everything, dude. You know, I probably shouldn't say nerve wracking, but you're like, oh shoot, did I do that right, or am I gonna do this right, or you know, because he hears everything, dude. Like any little thing that's off, he'll hear it. Hey, mijo, you gotta fix that, or mijo, fix this. But it's a blessing, you know, because he catches everything.
It's making you better.
He's making us He's making us better in so many ways. You know, he's brought us up to another level from what we used to play. You know, from what we used to play, he's brought us to a different level, man. Being on the Arcos level is it's amazing. You know,
it's awesome.
So yeah, we go into the studio and he knows what he wants to hear, and we practice. You know, weeks before, and we go in there and we get it done.
So the thing of practicing, it means spending less money, right? Because you don't have to spend so much time in the studio. And working for your pops, man, is he harder on you, dude, or what?
Sometimes, honestly, man, sometimes I feel like he is harder on me, man, because I wasn't a bass player, man. I'm a saxophone player. And so when I had to learn bass, it was like a cram session. I mean, every day, I was at his house. It wasn't a day that I wasn't at his house. And he's showing me, and you know, sometimes I get a little nervous and I can't get it, you know, and then he, like he said, he takes the bass and he's like, son, it's right here, and he starts, and I'm like, what, you know, like, so, you know, so he's been teaching me, man, and sometimes I feel like when we're in playing as a group in the bus or whatever, trying to practice, I feel like I'm the one getting picked on more than anybody because I struggle a little bit more, man, you know.
And you? Like working for this guy.
Well, everything. My name is Jerry Jr. for a reason. Ever since I was a little kid, you know, I just loved the music, and Dad would take us everywhere with him to the studio, to you know, gigs. We were roadies, and and even now at the studio, me and Dad there till 4 or 5 in the morning. And I'm there just learning. My eyes are glued, and the engineer, hey man, how do you do this? How do you do this? Boom, boom. Just learning everything that I can to better myself, better, you know, for the group, and I just love it. Some people, you know, it's not for them. Like, oh man, this is so boring, or not me. I love it. I'd rather be in the studio, you know.
Wow,
it's
awesome.
And he reminds me of me when we first started. We started our first album was recorded here in San Antonio with Joey Records in '78, and all the albums that we ever done, the engineer and I. And I told him, and one time, well, y'all can leave all mixed. I said, I'm sorry, not to be rude, but you know what? You know your equipment, I know my music. Together, we're gonna get what I want, and that's the way it's always been. So I see him with this new technology stuff, and I wow, man, that's me.
Shout out to Covenant Recording Studios, Mr. Glenn Storley, staff. Shout out.
Top of the line.
They're awesome.
It's top of the line studio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. If you don't know what you're doing, I've been into some studios with some big time artists. I've had the pleasure of being invited, just kind of hang out, be a fly on the wall, and see how things work. It's amazing to see what these engineers do, and like the amount of equipment they have. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, every one of those damn buttons does something.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and you got to know which button that, hey, I got to play with this. You know what I mean? It could be very, like, if you don't know what you're doing, that's overwhelming. You know what I mean? But these guys are professionals. And so, Jerry, you know, you have your sons all with you. I mean, you just said right now, watching him brings back so many memories, right? But now it's a different realm, different digital world. But it's got to make you feel good, man.
Oh, it makes me feel great. I'm so proud of them, and I tell them, you guys are already better than me. This guy who plays accordion, keyboards, he plays drums, he plays saxophone, bass, sings. You know, and their ears tremendous when they're recording.
You play everything, Jerry?
I play bajo sexto, bass, drums, bass, accordion, a little bit of guitar and keyboards, a little bit.
So if you really wanted to, these guys could go to work all day, and you go in the studio and you just record everything. It's like, hey, just when we go play live, you guys got to sound like me, right?
Yeah, Esteban Jordan used to do that. Steve Jordan used to do that. You know, he used to do all. I could do that and all the vocals too, because I think, you know, first vocals, second, third vocals, I do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a gift. Gracias a Dios, you know.
That's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
That's super awesome. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Los Arcos Hermanos Peña by way of West Texas on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. This is your first time watching. Welcome to the show. We do this every single week, trying to bring you the best on La Onda Tejana, Conjunto music, Texas country. We dibble dabble in everything. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had a rapper. Any of y'all rap?
Jerry.
Jerry, you rap, bro?
I only rap gifts. That's it.
Can I say something? Jolisa says this is a true pleasure to watch.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, so you work at a barbershop?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I work at the barbershop.
The barbershop. The
Yes,
barbershop. Okay, so let me ask you. When I walk into the barbershop, this is important to me. You're either going to get more people to show up there, or people are going to be like, hey, I don't ever give it a shot, right? What kind of vibe am I going to feel when I go into this barbershop?
Well, for one, you're going to get greeted.
Okay.
Hello, how are you, sir? You
like,
have an
like at
appointment?
Subway. Welcome. Like, yeah, welcome.
When you said, no, I'm just walking in. All right, have a seat, sir. Sign in right there. We'll be right with you. Would you like a beer or something while you're waiting?
All right. They already got one check mark. Come on, so here we go.
And then, well, I mean, we have foosball table. We got a big old TV with, you know, we got games on, movies on, something, you know, vending machine, a little arcade.
So no music?
Games. Yes. Music's there playing from when we open to when we close. Always music there going.
What kind of music?
It's actually a variety of music. There's rap, there's country, there's Spanish, there's, you know, not Duranguense, like
regional Mexican music,
reggaeton, and like, yeah, just kind of everything for, you know, we get all sorts of diversity people in, so we try to, you know,
hey, Jay, just say it, bro.
Accommodate everybody.
Si está lleno de a lot of African Americans, well, yeah. You're gonna, exactly. You're not gonna put on Ramon Ayala, right?
Right. Some of them actually really like it. Some of them request it.
I told them, when I go cut my hair, son, a mí me toca Vicente Fernandez.
That's it, right? You're a Vicente Fernandez fan?
Oh, he's one of my idols.
All of you guys are?
We actually got a pleasure of seeing him here a couple times.
Really? Yeah, I got to see him live in Los Angeles, man. The Gibson Amphitheater. It was super awesome. Matter of fact, speaking of Vicente Fernandez, right there where you're sitting, bro, right there where you're sitting, I made the biggest fool of myself before Wacky Wednesday was even a little popular, right? I got hammered, bro.
Con Chente.
On live. 4 hours.
And you remember it?
Let me tell you. I'll make it quick. So Chente died.
Oh yeah.
And nobody in the house cared. So it was like a gloomy day, and I think it was a Sunday. If it's Saturday or Sunday, I was watching football, and then I said, "Dude, Chente's gone." So I came on here. I turned on the ring light. I put on one thing. I went live on Facebook. Hey, what do y'all want to hear? We're gonna play Chente all day. We're gonna play Chente. So I started playing Chente, and I had a bottle of tequila. And so for every song we play, we chingaba un shot.
Wow, dude.
So boom, and people are like, hey, esta, boom, boom, boom. So then people were calling. I remember seeing my wife come in right there, and she would look like, hey, ya, párale, like, stop, dude. Like, what are you doing? We're good, man. We're good. Don't worry about it. What was that? It scared the shit out of me. So, dude, needless to say, I finished a whole bottle of tequila, started on a bottle of Bucanas. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning in my chair with my headphones on, Asina, with a blanket on me. And I said, oh, my God, if I'm still live right now, like, I'm done, dude, right? But luckily, I had stopped it. But I went back and watched it. If you ever want to see somebody go from 0 to, you see what tequila does, man. It was a good night. It was a good night.
Let's do it right now.
You want to do one or what?
No, I'm saying you.
What? What do you want to do?
Let's do it again.
A shot of tequila?
No, let's get back.
Oh hell no! Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Let me tell you a real quick story. We went to a Cowboy game here in Dallas. I mean, and I think Jerry Jones called the bars. Hey, how we doing in sales? We're not doing too good. This is what we think. And at halftime, the first thing he played, Volver Verde Chente, la pura música. And the stadium went nuts. The whole stadium gritando. And I was one, me levanté y compré un round para todos los que andan con nosotros. I went down there to get a round before estaba el bar, más o menos. And then when that song started, estaba así. Everybody got a beer for everybody.
Isn't it crazy?
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
One song.
Dude, you hear it in SoFi. You hear it at the Rams game, the Raiders game. You play Chente or you play Ramon Ayala. People go nuts, man. I said this story 2 weeks ago, but I got to tell you again because I know you love the Dallas Cowboys. Halloween just happened, you know?
Yes.
Like not a couple of weeks back. Well, for this year for Halloween, I didn't take the grandkids or my kids walking. I just stayed on the garage right there and I handed out candy. Would you believe, dude? In the neighborhood, like 4 or 5 kids came up together, like middle school kids. Pero el vato estaba vestido de Dak Prescott.
Órale.
He had like the shoulder pads, everything, dude. His friends were like something else out of. There were all kinds of
Are you
different.
sure it wasn't Dak himself?
No, it wasn't Dak. Pero I had a sign. That said 2 candies, right? In case I came to get a beer or something, they grabbed 2 candies. Pues llegaron los kids with his friends, and I'm like, all right, man, grab two. Well, when Dak came, I said, not you, Dak. Not Dak. You can pick 6 of them.
Cool.
No, you didn't.
Hey, the kid was like, all right, I'll take the 6 and take No, nothing crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all want to hear another one? I want to hear another one. I got some tequila down here.
That one on.
What's up? Is something off?
Yeah, that one went off.
Is it off? Like turned off or what?
We just need the power button.
The electricity or what?
No, just hold the power button.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, pues un saludo a todos los que nos están viendo, escuchando ahorita aquí en el bumper.
Dale, Jerry, you got to keep going.
And pues un saludo para todos ustedes. Tenemos un pequeño desperfecto, but we're getting fixed. Y pues un placer estar aquí, all the way from West Texas. Y un saludo para Beeville, Texas. That's Beeville city limits. I can see it.
Yes, sir.
Un saludo para Mr. Ben Alemán, also from Beeville.
Okay.
Beeville, watching.
Mi compadre.
Shout out. La familia Contreras de La Mesa, Texas. Saludos. Familia Duran Game Fowl Farm. Saludos, they're watching.
And you know, we have a lot of big fan base, gracias a Dios. But if we start now naming, we will never finish.
Now we do that at the end of the show. Believe me, you guys better be ready. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you that we already had people they've reported in. They already went to go get another 18-pack. I told you guys when I had the Tejano Up Radio guys on here, you better have your beer ready to go because these guys came to jam. They're all the way here from West Texas. Super excited to have them here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Here we go. Here's another one for you guys.
Otra melodía, grabación de Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, original de un primo mío, Mr. Juan Reyes González. Esto que dice, nunca supe que. Dale, mijo.
Recargada aquí en mi hombro you